Okay, so 2026 is right around the corner, and in this video, I wanted to reflect on all the different things that I'm actually trying to do to make money now. Since obviously my main hustle in the past, which was YouTube automation, kind of started dying off, and so now I'm kind of between a couple different side hustles that I'm pouring my time into that I'm placing my bets on going forward, especially going into the year 2026. And so the first thing that I'm actually very bullish on is highly outsourced versions of personal branding or just entertaining videos. I understand that this is not for everyone, but in my case, I already have an account that I post juggling videos on and has done really well. And so in the past month across YouTube, TikTok, soon to be monetized on Facebook, hopefully, and all other platforms, and the fact that I have a Shopify store, in this case, it's one that sells juggling related products. This is something that I was able to make across everything, including the Shopify store, probably $7,000 to $8,000 from last month. That is in the month of October. And it really didn't take me that much work because I made the right hires. And so basically the way that I make it super easy for myself is I actually hired one of my juggler friends. And what he does is he gives me a list of ideas that I have to record every time I go to record. And all I have to do is spend basically like 1 hour a week, sit down and record the exact videos that he suggests to me. So he goes through the week, does all the research, figures out what's viral, and gives me all the suggestions with rough scripts to them. So I can just sit down without having to think about it and record, and they're viral validated ideas. And then he sends it to my editor and we post those throughout the week. Again, that means that a side hustle like this can take me a couple hours a month, maybe like 4 hours a month, and still earn me $5,000 to $10,000 in a single month, which is absolutely insane. And just in terms of the ratio here from the amount of work that I have to do to the amount of money that I make from this is just a no-brainer side hustle, at least in my personal circumstance, as well as the fact that it does get to grow my personal brand, which is also always a plus. So that's actually number one on my list, probably going into 2026, low time effort content creation. So anything where someone else can script out the viral ideas for you, you're still the expert in your niche and you know what you're doing, but you don't have to spend that much of your own personal time recording these videos. And you can get that done with like 1 hour a week and still make thousands of dollars from it. That, in my opinion, is just the hourly rate that I'm getting on that probably is in the thousands of dollars. And basically, in my opinion, that's like a no-brainer. Number two that I'm actually grinding a lot more right now is SMMA. Again, a lot of you don't know this, but I actually run a social media marketing agency on the side, and I'm recently setting up the terms to buy out my partner on that. And it is actually very, very surprising. Basically, what we do in our circumstances, we manage the social media for performers. So in this case, we manage it for magicians or comedians. And if you find the right clients, this can be extremely lucrative because this is something that they need and will happily pay thousands of dollars a month for if you find the right people. And so we have multiple clients that will pay over $1,000 a month. And we basically just set up the editor, and it's not much of a time commitment on my end because I have someone helping me manage the actual operations behind it. So even in 2025, again, I still just think this is a very valuable service. I like the idea of a service-based business because it's a lot safer and a lot less volatile than YouTube automation. So it's something that I'm definitely staking a decent amount of my time into, and I think something that has actual good long-term value as you build it up and as you're serving clients that actually want what you offer. And the other third thing I like about a social media marketing agency is that it doesn't rely on virality. A lot of clients just want regular social media management. Even if it doesn't get a ton of views, they just want their profile to have videos on it, if that makes sense. So I'm putting social media marketing agency at my number 2, which I hope to grow more throughout the year. Number 3, and you guys know that this is one of my favorite side hustles, but it's affiliate marketing, a SaaS. Or in some cases, even managing the YouTube accounts for software as a service companies. The reason this is really valuable is because if they're serving the right clients, I also think you're building up a really good long-term stream of income that can last a really long time, even if you stopped working for them. And I want to show you an example of this. I have a bunch of videos on this account called Money Mind News, and in some of them, I show how you can make money with Snapchat or how you can create an account or get followers on Snapchat. And you can see almost all my videos are ranking on search, so they're getting like regular views over time, even years after I already posted the video. And in it, I talk about repurpose.io. This is something that's still earning me a bunch of money far after I actually finished making videos for this. So it's something that I want to lean into more. And I even directly am able to manage the YouTube channel as I've become a higher and higher earning affiliate for these companies. And so I think this is just a very valuable service for companies. And if you become a top affiliate, it's different in my opinion than TikTok Shop or other forms of affiliate. Because with TikTok Shop, if you stop, you don't get anything. But with these software as a service companies, a lot of them have indefinite recurring commission. So if you sign up customers that really like the service and really benefit from it long term, they'll stay subscribed, they'll keep paying, and you get commission from that every single month. And so you can build up a pretty big income stream, and that's kind of the idea behind this. All the while, you can make videos about stuff that you actually like. So I feel like, why would you not do that? And so yeah, that's something I'm going to be leaning into in 2026 as well. And finally, number 4, something that I'm keeping my eye on very sharply, which I haven't like specifically done any direct thing yet, but I have ideas cooking, is AI content. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money with AI content at this point. And a lot of my worry here comes from like, what are platforms going to do? Like, are they going to allow AI content, and how much can you actually monetize from that? And what happens when AI content becomes insanely cheap, or when you could have AI agents mass producing AI content and you don't even need a guy giving a prompt on each video? So there's just a lot of questions in the air about which way to do AI content is like going to be the safest long-term bet, and or which is just going to be like a quick gold rush. You get in, get out, and you made a bit of money, but you don't have anything long-term left over. That's really the question here, which is why I'm still eyeballing it. I'm not like deep diving into it yet, but obviously with like the revolution of AI, it's something that you have to look at and think. And we know like many millionaires are going to be made off the back of AI. So the question is just like, is it something that's risk-free enough that I think I could do better than other people at, and do it in a way that can sustain itself long-term, that it's actually worth it? So again, I haven't completely found it yet, but I'm eyeballing a lot of things, and that's the last thing that I'm going to be eyeballing in 2026 in terms of plans to make money from different stuff. Oh, and lastly, I guess this is kind of under SMMA, but basically getting leads for companies. I guess I talked about this a little bit already with the YouTube management, but specifically in this case, I'm talking about other methods that I've used, which have actually worked very well, such as the systems that I've set up for cold outreach, which has been able to get me a ton of clients. And also paid ads is something that I want to learn and invest more of my time into to make sure that I can do it effectively. I probably am going to first make sure I lock in these strategies for my own social media marketing agency. But once we get these strategies working really well, we can also sell these strategies to other companies that are in need of leads. And I think that's a really solid offer to a lot of companies. You're basically saying, we're going to bring you more customers, which means we're going to bring you more money, and you only have to pay us a portion of what we bring you. So if we make you 10 grand, you only have to pay us 2. Most companies will be like, that's a pretty fair deal. And so if you actually have the strategies to get leads for companies properly, that's a very valuable service. And it's an undeniably valuable service because it's literally making the money. So that's something that I'm also looking towards in 2026, especially under my social media marketing agency, which I'm going to have to get really good at this to grow this. So with all that being said, those are my 2026 plans. I'm curious what you guys have going on in the comments, so let me know. And as always, thank you guys all so much for watching the video. I'll catch you all in the next one, and peace.